6-2-5. And now, Romanian Marian Dragulescu, a world champion on the floor and a sensational performer.
He has a terrific variety of skills in this routine, and a big dismount. He's going to go for a double twisting double back at the end of the exercise. Watch this mount. It's the same tumbling skill we saw from Deferr from Spain. Oh, and even higher on that rebounding skill. Double twister, front layout, front 1.5. Oh, almost out of bounds. He saved it. Slight deduction there. If he's going to win this thing, the rest of this exercise has to be perfect. He already had a minor error at the end of that second tumbling pass.
6th in the Olympics at Sydney.
He really is a tumbler. He's got one more pass here. He does 5 tumbling passes altogether. That Arabian half turn into a front flip is one of those required type skills. Now here's that double twisting double back. He'll need to nail it. Oh! Just drilled it.
Marian Dragulescu, Romania.
A lot of Romanian fans here. We're just about 15 miles from the Romanian border, so this is an amazing mount. Double layout with a full twist, the same as we saw from Deferr, but even better. Watch this rebound, and he just flies front 1.25 effortlessly. This is where he almost went out of bounds. Watch how close he is to the line, and he manages to not go out of bounds, which saved him 1/10 of a point. And then this was the critical move right here. He had to drill this double twisting double if he were going to get a big score.
And he drilled it. And Dragulescu gets a 9-7-1-2, and that should be. So here is the great Ivankov. His floor exercise.
This is a very important event for this young man because this is the event where he has his lowest start value. Remember, we've talked about his story time and time again. He has recovered from a torn Achilles tendon to win the World Championship, and floor exercise and vaulting are those two events that strain his Achilles tendon the most, of course. If he hits this routine perfectly, it should be from a 9.4 start value, meaning the highest he can possibly score. So his goal on this event is to get a clean exercise and try to score big points on his best events like the rings, the parallel bars, and the high bar later on. Spends a lot of time in the United States. Done some of his rehab and physical therapy in the U.S. "19 years in the sport." And you can see a little struggle on that landing. It's those landings that are the most stressful on that recovering Achilles tendon. This is a very important combination here. Front full, front layout, front 1.5 twister. He gets 0.3 of a point bonus for doing that combination. And the timing and the technique is critical. It doesn't look that tough, but it's really difficult to get it just right. He'll lose a few tenths of a point on that landing.
He picks up a 9, which is okay for him.
Actually, he should be very happy with that score, even slightly generous.
What can I say from Italy? Our next, Ruggero Rossatto.
And whereas our last 2 ring performers, we've seen quite a bit of the swing elements, we'll see a tremendous amount of strength in this exercise. You know, Jim, 30 years ago on this event, it was predominantly strength. Virtually no swing involved, and the better gymnasts at this point are doing 3, sometimes even 4 major strength parts. He starts off with a dislocate shoot to an inverted cross, then falls into a backup rise right into that cross again, a Maltese, and the traditional iron cross. I don't know about you, Jim, but that makes me tired just looking at it. His required press to a handstand, and of course he has to swing as well. That a backup rise to handstand, or giant swing. His dismount, also a full twisting double layout, and boy, these guys must have magnets in their feet tonight, Jim.
Tim, where does Italy stand in the world of international gymnastics? I've seldom heard an Italian gymnast name called.
Well, they had a fabulous gymnast a number of years back named Minichelli. In the past few years, they're definitely on the upswing, though. A beautiful full twisting double layout there. However, you noticed his legs straddled a little bit, and that will be a deduction.
But the judges loved him, 9.750. He is now tied with Toshihiro Sato for the lead.
22-year-old Sean Townsend is up next on floor.
We saw him botch his opening tumbling run in the team competition. This is the most important thing right here, the third move. Oh, he drilled it. Man, I like his chances today. First critical move of the meet, and he nailed it. Oh, he is on.
You hit that first tumbling run. It's all downhill from there, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, and that's important in terms of bonus. He's already racked up 1 point in bonus with those first 2 tumbling passes. A skill like that pommel horse type work on the floor is among the requirements the judges are looking for. So is that side somersault. That was called an Arabian. An Arabian or a side somersault are required now. That is also new since the last Olympics. He has drilled everything. Let's see if he nails this. Whoa, man. This U.S. team is hot.
Sean Townsend on fire.
There were such low expectations coming off the national championships, and this summer when the 2 stars, Blaine Wilson and Morgan Hamm, were injured, Sean Townsend has really stepped up. This was the critical move, and he plants it.
You know, maybe he's done this routine better somewhere, but not in a pressure-type situation.
Absolutely, and there's nothing better starting off your first event with a spectacular landing. You know you're on when it's like that.
Sure. Sean Townsend, 9.687. Wow.
To go in this very strong field.
We're going to start the competition with an exciting competitor, Spaniard Gervasio Deferr. He's 22 years old, and interestingly, the Olympic champion on vault.
And he is built for this event. He's strong in the lower body. Watch this opening tumbling sequence. Amazing power and strong Achilles tendons to do that rebounding skill. This is an important pass for him, a combination pass. Double twister, front layout, front 1 3/4, very clean roll up. In every event for the men, there are 5 element groups of skills that they must demonstrate in the floor exercise routine. You must show flexibility, as he's demonstrating there, or balance strength moves. Tumbling forward, tumbling backward. Some type of leap, jump, or turn sequence. But at this level, it's really all about power tumbling. And we have one of the strongest fields I've ever seen. Look at that. In the men's floor exercise, the routine lasts between 50 and 70 seconds. And he has already fulfilled those element groups that the judges are looking for. All right, a solid finish. Not my favorite final tumbling run. A little anticlimactic considering the other power tumbling runs that he had in that routine. This is incredible, though. It's a double layout with a full twist in the second flip. And you got to have cast iron Achilles tendons to be able to rebound. There's the Olympic rings
in evidence.
Here's that final tumbling run. 1.5 twister, whip to a double full. A little anticlimactic. Any gymnast here who will go for a more complicated final tumbling run could beat him.